afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second part of our first semester lunchtime concerts. We've got a wonderful concert for you today, very interesting, cultural mix. Ronnie and Corwin call themselves men of many hats, and I said to them, gosh, that's a really great title for a concert sometime. You've got your program. Please note that there are going to be some items before Sings Harry. Ronnie's going to be playing some things before that, and there will be some additions throughout the lunchtime concert, which aren't in your program, so they will introduce the items as they go. I'd like to also draw your attention to our university orchestral concert on May the 3rd. This is going to be a fantastic concert, as they always are. This time we're presenting the wonderful Mahler, Symphony Mahler 3rd. Is that right we're doing? Anyway, it's got this beautiful, beautiful second movement with a wonderful, slow movement, wonderful harp part, and the music is just wonderful. So please do put that in your diaries and don't miss the May the 3rd orchestral concert. Without any further ado, I think that's everything I meant to say. I'll now welcome Ronnie onto the stage.
Hello and welcome to my symphony, and I extend you all my sympathy, because the form and structure of this music are so intricately complicated, sophisticated, predicated on a thorough general background knowledge of predominantly 18th century German courtly musical tradition. It's a mission to be fishing for a way to let you know politely that you're gravely misapplying your own instincts vis-a-vis where to applaud and show appreciation. You don't want to come in prematurely, insecurely. However, surely you must feel that you have found the moment to clap. And even though the audience's composers played for talked, played cards, got drunk, did deals, yelled out, and made for quite a rowdy group of listeners, today's symphonic concerts are a serious and solemn business. Overture, concerto, symphony, that is what a concert ought to be. Hello, and here is the development. It's here you start to feel envelopment of sleepiness, omnivorous sensation, sending synapse after synapse into sleepy slumber. Endless repetition of a singular idea into a wide variety of different chords and keys and scales and modes. This is the boring part of the piece where the composer just wrote too much. And what's the time? I don't even know. It's 1:04. Oh, hello, you recognize this theme again? Please do not go to sleep and dream again. For we are in the starting key, and it seems pretty clear to me that we are now approaching the end, 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 the end. Yes, we are now approaching the end, the end, the end, the end, the end, the end. Slightly closer to the end. It's the end, and 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 it's the end. Yes, we're slightly closer, but we're not quite at the end. The end, 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 the end. Yes, we have well and truly passed the end. But it's kind of not to the end, 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 the end. Yes, we have finally got to the end. That was just the first movement. Bunch of Philistines. Anyway, no, please do obey typical concert etiquette and welcome to the stage Corwin Newall.
I've got a Bachelor of Music. I hope I actually use it. Get paid even. Better give my career and take a spatula to it. Flip it upside down. I vowed I'd never flip burgers like other graduates. Clueless as to how I'd manage it. As of yet, it's fruitless. I'm only cashing a few figures annually. But come on, I'd work for a song. I love music to pieces. But for some reason, people say don't clap between movements. It ruins the natural acoustic and it detracts from the music. Well, that's a good standard. But for the fact that it's stupid, new listeners turn up and just feel dumb, stared at and excluded. Sure, I'd be glad if you wouldn't do it, flattered. But only when my bark's as remarkable as Angela Hewitt's. Cut me some slack, I'm a student. Oh, what's with the code of silence? I just want to sing along with the violins. Resisting the need to tap my feet has to be bad for me. But it's concert etiquette. Trying not to sleep at opera seems impossibly difficult, but it's the rules. Oh, it's concert etiquette. It's concert etiquette. You'd better not forget. The whole field is elitist. People dream up meaningless sequences of notes, write screeds of conceited prose about them so no one doubts their genius. Did you know the composers aren't even supposed to write pieces that sound nice anymore? It's seen as weakness. The symphony is bound to make them call me a sellout, but I'd love to sell out. If that much of a crowd turned up, I'd be proud. Wouldn't make them shut up and sit down. Contemporary music's carpeted in thick layers of garbage. Arbitrary paint splashes on canvas can't be a masterpiece. The scene's a disaster, please. Oh, what's with the code of silence? I just want to close my eyelids. Resisting the need to tap my feet has to be bad for me. But it's concert etiquette. Trying not to sleep at opera seems impossibly difficult, but it's the rules. It's concert etiquette. You better not forget. I just want to sing along. La 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 with the code of silence. I think I'll applaud in defiance. Resisting the need to tap my feet has to be bad for me. But it's concert etiquette. Trying not to slip it up seems impossibly difficult, but it's the rules. Oh, you forget, or once you join the in crowd, how the sound of only you clapping is a bit loud. Sit down, phones off, don't cough, keep your breathing even better yet. Don't even breathe, have some respect. It's concert etiquette. It's concert etiquette. Shh. Now you may clap.
Classical composition. Yes. I'm going to sing this unamplified. This is where your program actually starts to be accurate, by the way. The microphones are here for broadcast, webcast purposes. So I'll actually be cooperative former radio producer. Sings Harry is, I suppose, New Zealand's, may not be New Zealand's first song cycle, but it is New Zealand's most iconic settings of Dennis Glover lyrics by Douglas Lilburn in 1953. Dennis Glover did go hot and cold over whether he would give permission for the lyrics to be set and published and performed, and his estate, I believe, is still hot and cold over it. But this version is published, so we're not going to get sued. There are 6 songs. Dennis Glover had 13 poems in total in the Caxton Press edition of 1951 or 2, whatever your program says. I researched it for the program. I don't have the memory to quote it correctly right now. And I'm kind of claiming this New Zealand song cycle for the New Zealand accent. These songs will not stand. The wind and the sand will smother. Not I, but another will make songs worth the bother. The Rimu or Kori, I'm but the cabbage tree. Sings Harry to an old guitar. When I am old, sings Harry, will my thoughts grow cold? Will I find, sings Harry, for my sunset mind, girls on bicycles turning into the wind? Or will my old eyes feast upon some private movie of the past? Sings Harry. Once the days were clear, like mountains in water. The mountains were always there, and the mountain water. And I was a fool, leaving good land to moulder, leaving the fences sagging and the old man older, to follow my wild thoughts away over the hill, where there is only the world and the world's ill. Sings Harry. Come mint me up the golden gorse, mind me the yellow clay. There's no money in my purse for a rainy day. Sings Harry. My father left me his old coat, nothing more than that. And will my head take hurt in an old hat? Sings Harry. They all can concern themselves too much with what a clock shows, but does the casual man care how the world goes? Sings Harry. A little here, a little there. Why should a man worry? Let the world hurry by. I'll not hurry. Sings Harry. Once my strength was an avalanche. Now it follows the fold of the hill. And my love was a flowering branch. Now withered and still. Once it was all fighting and folly, and a girl who followed me. Who plucked at me, plucked holly, but I pluck the flowers of the sea. Sings Harry. For the tide comes and the tide goes and the wind blows. I remember paddocks opening green on mountains tussock brown, and the rim of fire on the hills, and the river running down. And the smoke of the burning scrub, and my two uncles tall, and the smell of earth new ploughed, and the antlers in the hall. Sings Harry. Then Uncle Jim was off to the wars with a carbine at his saddle, and was killed in the Transvaal. I forget in just what battle. And Uncle Simon left the farm after some wild quarrel, rolled his blanket and rode off whistling on his sorrel. My father held to the land, running good cattle there, and I grew up like a shaggy steer, and as swift as a hare, while the river ran down. But that was long ago, when the hawk hovered over the hill, and the deer lifted their heads, and a boy lay still by the river running down. Sings Harry. I too have written something that combines the classical tradition and traditional New Zealand high country life. This is the Sheepdog Plain Chant.
Do you want me to vacate the stage?
No.
Okay. I'll just sit.
It's only 1:20.
Upon a high country sheep station, the shepherd has an innovation. He controls the creatures ovine with a faithful assistant canine. Dogger eis requiem. Man's best friend is quite efficient, the finest sheepdog God hath ever sent. Corrals the beasts along the mountain passes by barking at them and biting their asses. Dogger eis requiem. Then at night after a hard day's toil, the sheepdog lays its head upon the soil. The work with shepherd keeps it full of life, fit as a fiddle, sharp as a knife. Dogger eis requiem. Amen.
Corwin, we're both New Zealanders, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
I'm from Lumsden. No one knows where that is.
Just like Dunedin or Balclutha or...
Born in Lumsden, second generation. Dunedin looks down on Gore, which looks down on Lumsden.
And Auckland looks down on Hamilton. Hi! What's your iconic New Zealand song about, Corwin?
That's about the Hobbit, the Hobbit, the Hobbit, the Hobbit. Everybody's got to watch it, or how else will the box office cop a profit? Watch the dwarves and elves walk themselves through New Zealand greenery, since when were movies about how cool we feel the scenery is? Drag them out, nothing that we can brag about. 3D extreme high definition close-ups of Gandalf's mouth while no one was even speaking. Well, I don't know what Peter's thinking. Releasing the Hobbit 1, the Hobbit 2, and the Hobbit 3 feels kinda like a crowd to me. Go see the Hobbit for the fun of it. Sure, the Hobbit 3 times the fun is still none other than Sir Peter Jackson directs another trip through Middle-earth, complete with graphic effects to rival Avatar and a paste to rival drying paint. It's like they're trying to make Tolkien roll inside his grave. Films are lengthening despite lessening attention spans, but that's fine if every 20 seconds there's a bang. Best to plan for 3 more sequels as feeble as Phantom Menace. Bad directors should be illegal, but still we will see the Hobbit 1, the Hobbit 2, the Hobbit 3 feels kinda like a crowd to me. Go see the Hobbit. Sure, the Hobbit 1 could have never been anything like the mindless New Zealand media hype. Yeah, it was kinda like the Hobbit, 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 the Hobbit. They've got it, stop it, cease. No, not till they reach in their pockets. To be honest, the product has gotten a modest profit, but what does it offer? To me the line was crossed when we painted a Hobbit passenger plane. It's just not the same, 'cause it's absurd to stretch a book with a fifth as many words to fit the same time. When you're talking 11 hours of all of the things to do to Lord of the Rings, you gave it an overgrown overture. You know I'm so over the big films. How long you think we can sit still? By all means, give the Hobbit trilogy a look, but for the first time in history, it really will be much quicker to read the book and see the Hobbit 1 and the Hobbit 2, followed by the Hobbit 3. Feels kinda like a crowd to me, go see the Hobbit 4, music by Howard Shore. The Hobbit 1, oh, the Hobbit, 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 the Hobbit 2, the Hobbit 4, the fun of it, and 2, witness the product of 1, too many pipe weeds in the sun. I'll make it into 3 movies, 3 long movies.
you.
Oh, Robbie needs a drink of water. Well, this is a good time to tell you that those 2 songs that I've done so far are from an album that you can buy outside. That's all.
I'm taking over further.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And you're coming back and then... Hey! Ah. I now live in the United States, and this song is particularly relevant to my personal circumstances. American folk goes a stereotype joke are well known for being rude and demanding. When travelling abroad, they just can't cut the cord to their own customs and understanding. The Great Colosseum will seldom wow William, since they can't buy snacks from the seat. The Germans bake rye bread. Oh no, that's not my bread. Do you have some Pop-Tarts to eat? In France, they say non to a bon restaurant, preferring McD's or Subway. Now, I am a Kiwi. I'm sure you'll agree we are generally pretty easygoing travellers, eh? But there's one little gripe that I'd like to relay. Why can't the Yanks make a decent flat white? It's rather basic coffee, it should not be such a fight. It shouldn't be so difficult to get my caffeine fix, but as for the flat white, there's nix. Why can't the Yanks make a decent flat white? The general coffee culture is a most perverted blight. Chicago's a cold city and I do like to warm up, but not if there's rubbish in my cup. You start with a mug or a takeaway cup of just 240ml. That translates to 8 ounces if you use that system still. Add 2 shots of espresso and you top it up with milk. No foam or cream, this process should be smooth as bloody silk. Yet, why can't the Yanks make a decent flat white? Just let me, come on, look, I'll do it. Hey, I meant no slight against your hipster fair trade ethical artisanal cafe. Just let me do it my way. You meet a lovely girl on Tinder or a lass on OKC. The conversation's sparkling, she's as pretty as can be. You ask her on a date, she answers, we can meet at Starbucks. Delete her now, it should be clear that she does not give a crap. Oh, why can't the Yanks make a decent flat white? I'll even bloody tip well if you guys can get it right. Or you could just pay a decent minimum wage. Forgive me if I'm sounding trite, but will somebody hear my plight and gain a fraction of insight in how to make my ray of light? Ban the scourge and parasite of Dunkin' Donuts, all that shite, and have the US expedite my blessed constitutional right. Now for you I will recite the 28th Amendment to the Constitution. Everyone in the United States is entitled to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and a decent flat white. Corwin, talk.
This one.
Yeah.
I don't need that, but I'd need it now. So, this song cycle which follows...
Catherine,
Please
you're doing
wait
a
a
great
moment.
job. Catherine, hey!
I can talk unaided, it's okay. I'm not a stage manager. This song cycle, Scientists, is based on a whole bunch of lyrics which students at the University of Otago submitted for their assignment in the Science Communications Department on various scientists. They had to write song lyrics, and we have, as listed in your program, the 4 different scientists. And yeah, that's really it. It's quite Kiwi, the last one. And yeah, there's not much to say about it. It's not in the program, really, Robbie.
Suppose not.
Let's just go.
Let's just go. Advancement from destruction, progress from pain. Sometimes to build, you rend the world in twain. Stronger than black powder, a new beast was born. It It showed great promise, yet it would be a thorn. People in the factories, people in the mines, they need this mighty beast, though it has killed too many times. From a force of chaos, order must be claimed, but order has its price. Can the nitro be tamed? They want more nitroglycerin. The people want to mine again. They want more nitroglycerin. The people want to build again. But when the dust settles, all the world will find my gift will be my legacy, a gift for all mankind. I have made it good again, the beast is out of sight. Locked inside the earth, I call it dynamite. Easier to transport, easier to store. Now the world has its tool, peace can be restored. What have I created? I thought I could rest. It seems I've made a weapon, though I thought I did my best. I could not tame the people, though I did tame the beast. Out of this destruction, we did not find our peace. They want more nitroglycerin. The people want to fight again. They want more nitroglycerin. The people want to kill again. But when the dust settles, all the world will find my gift will be my legacy, a gift for all mankind. I've made a tool of war, a vector of hate. Dynamite as weapon, this legacy my fate. Money comes easy in the claws of the beast, but it doesn't ease my mind, no, not in the least. As my end draws near, I will repair my heart. My fortune is the seed, and that will be the start. I have written in my will a gift of monumental size. When they see it, they will find I give the world my Nobel Prize. They want more nitroglycerin. The people want to learn again. They want more nitroglycerin. The people want to heal again. And when the dust settles, all the world will find my gift will be my legacy, a gift for all mankind. Nikola Tesla was from Serbia, a single man. He came to America, poor but with a plan. Ever since he was a child, he'd made discoveries. From visualize to realize, he managed them with ease. He worked for Thomas Edison, a well-known man. But Tesla thought Ed's idea not such a good plan. Edison offered megabucks if Tesla could make it work. Tesla did. Edison reneged. Tesla went berserk. You see, Edison was planning to power up the nation by using direct current, his own revelation. Then Tesla made improvements, but Edison knew without a doubt Tesla's alternating current was the one to play out.
It was a long-running argument, a bitter feud. The war of the currents became personal and rude. The two streams of power, direct and alternating, kept Edison and Tesla bitterly debating. To understand the difference, here's how it works. Direct currents, wild like the lightning that jerks. It stores electricity, so even with the power off, people died, houses burned, while Edison just scoffed. Tesla's alternating current uses dynamos and such to keep the power moving in a manageable rush. The strength of electricity could also be controlled. Tesla's powerful invention, innovative and bold. But the blow to Edison's ego sparked propaganda and a fight. The man was an animal, not a scruple in sight. To discredit Tesla, he held public executions of horses, dogs, criminals, and even elephant electrocutions. It was a long-running argument, a bitter feud. The war of the currents became personal and rude. The two streams of power, direct and alternating, kept Edison and Tesla bitterly debating. The war of the currents continued on for years, but the alternating one, Nikola Tesla, 3 cheers! Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray! If Edison had won the war with Tesla in defeat, our planet would have choked, coal substations on every street. But thanks to Tesla's vision, we know the power and the glory, and we could have had it wireless, but you know, that's another story. Tesla also gave us x-rays and radios and coils. He worked hard and slaved while others took the spoils. He was not so good with business, but amazing with his brain. His inventions were for humankind, not monetary gain. In 43, Tesla died, poor and alone. He was an unsung hero, a lonely unknown. But with 700 patents in his name, without him our world would not be the same. It was a long-running argument, a bitter feud. The war of the currents became personal and rude. The two streams of power, direct and alternating, kept Edison and Tesla bitterly debating. The war of the currents continued on for years, but the alternating one, Nikola Tesla, 3 cheers! Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray! She was so pained to see grandfather go. Curing cancer became a lifelong goal. Graduating at the top of her class, the only female to more than just pass a master's degree was the next level. Several months of late nights, in the end it came right. But they tried to knock her down, they tried to knock her down. It was the 1940s, she was housewife bound. A Jewish female scientist was all too new. A cause for distraction in the lab, who knew? But with a humble start to academia, Gertrude Elion made a drug to fix leukemia. Through the depression, she just grit her teeth and continued. Being a receptionist never was an issue, but to work in a lab was her greatest desire. A mere volunteer job was all that transpired. Mixing chemicals, potential new medications became Gertrude Elion's lifelong vocation.
She truly was a pharmaceutical legend, enabled organ transplants with immunosuppressants. But they tried to knock her down, it was the 1940s. She was housewife bound, a Jewish female scientist, was all too new. Was she a cause for distraction in the lab? I don't know, but with a humble start to academia, Gertrude Elion made a drug to fix leukemia. She made a revolutionary drug called 6MP, and did so without ever earning a PhD. Never one to get caught in pomposity, her talent was pharmacology. She won the Nobel Prize in Medicine / Physiology, the opposite of posh snob hobnobbery. No doubt, Gertie's cure for gout made chemical history. No doubt, Gertie's cure for gout made chemical, medical, pharmacological history. But they tried to knock her down, It was the 1940s. Housewife bound, a Jewish female scientist, was all too new. A cause for distraction in the lab, oy vey, but with a humble start to academia, Gertrude Elion made a drug to fix leukemia. With a humble start to academia, Gertrude Elion made a drug to fix leukemia. Revolutionary Rutherford turned chemistry on its head. Energy released when uranium changes into lead. This radioactivity explained as atomic decay. Discovered atomic structure with a piece of thin gold foil. Fired alpha particles through, saw a few recoil. The atom's mostly empty space with a central positive charge. Kiwi Ernest Rutherford had a booming laugh, took the atom and he split it metaphorically in half, built experiments with wax and string, won 30 science medals, Nobel Prize in chemistry. Kiwi Ernest Rutherford worked submarine detection right through the First World War, late to a military meeting, but there was science to explore. The father of atomic physics, he split the atom. Kiwi Ernest Rutherford had a booming laugh, took the atom and he split it metaphorically in half, built experiments with wax and string, won 30 science medals, Nobel Prize in chemistry. He said a decent piece of physics can be explained in 5 minutes to a barmaid at the local pub. He said a decent piece of physics can be explained in 5 minutes to a barmaid at the local pub. Only a Kiwi Ernest Rutherford had a booming laugh, took his atom and he split the bugger right and clean in half, built experiments with wax and string, won 30 science medals, Nobel Prize in chemistry. The world's first successful alchemist, but not silver into gold. Ernest transformed N to O. That was pretty bloody bold. And the answer for his success? Simple ideas that explain the facts. He could only be a Kiwi. Rutherford had a booming laugh, took the atom and he split it metaphorically in half, built experiments with wax and string, won 30 science medals, Nobel Prize in chemistry. He said a decent piece of physics can be explained in 5 minutes to a barmaid at the local pub. Yep. Corwin and I, both at different times, used to run a gig called Song Sale. The premise of the gig is you can turn up to the venue for free, and for $5 you can commission a song to any specifications you like: subject matter, title, genre, who plays it, whatever the case may be. We were on Close Up, that TV1 current affairs show, and 2 days later they announced their cancellation, which is quite fun. All right. This is an opera about root vegetables. It's called the Root Vegetable Opera. Here I step into the kitchen, telling rather than showing what I intend to do. Here I gaze into my pantry. What options have I for preparation of my meal? I shall make the best dish I am able. I shall utilize every root vegetable. Tonight, my dinner will contain a tube. Tonight, my dinner will contain a kumra as I set my oven dial to bake. My deeply troubled soul begins to ache as I chop the parsnips and the carrot. I pour myself a generous glass of claret. My chicken stock, it weighs 200 grams. Before I drizzle it upon the yams, Mesdames, Messieurs, raise a toast to my tragic Sunday roast. Of the flavors I shall boast in my tragic Sunday roast. In my roast. My culinary skills will make a splash. I ponder as I squash and turn the mash. I lay it on a bed of mince and peas and top it with some grated cheddar cheese. Raise your glasses to the sky for my tragic shepherd's pie. This unexplained sadness makes me cry into my tragic shepherd's pie. Into my tragic shepherd's pie. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
prepare to die. Referencing that fatal shepherd's pie. Told you that it was a tragedy. So please raise one final toast to my tragic Sunday roast.
Thank you. P.S. Corwin has CDs for sale. Tell them about it.
I wrote a symphony last year for my honours in place of thesis, and it's like a symphony where I play the piano, sing, and there's orchestra in the background. It's not all just comedy songs. I did 2 songs from the Scherzo movement, if you're interested. $20 out in the foyer.
Hooray.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Resume your applause.